I would like to ask you something. Do everybody have Apple products? Apple products, like such as, raise your hand, please. Oh, I'm not an Apple. I'm a USB fan, myself, Smith, and Melanie and Many will explain about this amazing product. Who found out this amazing product? Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs. Steve Jobs born in 24th of February 1955, city of called San Francisco in America. His biological parents are well educated. Because I call biological parents, he was adopted by Jobson family after a couple of years because his family not rich enough. But Jobson family treats him like as their own son. Because of that, he went to the school, but until 4th grade, he was boring to studies very well because he's a sticky guy. He don't want to go to school, such things. But in 4th grade, he found the good class teacher. That class teacher changed his life upside down because she always gave him $5 notes, candies, come to the classes, and involved to the subject. So he always attracted to that class. Then he realized he won't study, so he managed to skip the couple of classes straight away and went to high school. So in young age he went to the high school, so he made the first friend who combined with the electronic side. He made his friend always made it a lot of electronic items, so he attracted to electronic engineering side. He started to find out new things because of his friend, and that friend and he made the first item. It was a dodgy one, like he targeted the students, like those days they had a computer hackers. He targeted those hackers, and he started to build new items. Has many become elder, like 18, 20, we all need money. So Steve also same. He started find a new job. He is lucky enough to find a new job in one of game company. In that time, he never gave up his creativity. He tried to develop new things. So he came up with impressive results. Those results and what he achieved, we'll talk about with Lalani. Thank you very much, guys.
Thank you, Sanjay. Good afternoon, everybody. I'm going to talk about the Steve Jobs and how we start the business and how his influential organization influences and then unorganized influences. In 1976, he came with a new impressive idea about the computer, and it's called the power computer, and it's a keyboard with a screen. But he had the idea, but he doesn't have the money. But he's never go back, and he had a friend called Watt, and that friend and Steve thought we want to achieve this target, and at that time Steve had the Volkswagen van, and he sold it out, and his friend had a HP 65 calculator. They sold this board and they earned like $1,000, and they start to make that computer. How is he entered the business, and after that he had the idea about his own company, and he has the idea about the company, and he started the company, and he thought about his he wants to the good name of that company, and he remember he stayed in the commune in Oregon, and he thought it's a good name for it's called the Apple, and how was the born the Apple company, and everybody knows about how we are starting the company, and how difficult to target the customers and to get the order. And Steve also had this problem, but he's lucky enough, like within 1 month, he got the first customer, and his name is Paul Terrell, and he got the 15 items order, and it's one item worth like $5,000, and the first order worth like $25,000. And it's like a quite big amount, and they got a very great start. In 1976, they got the 2,500 sales, and 1977 got the 8,000, and 1978 he got the 35,000. It's like within 3 years they achieved very big amount, and we are thinking about how, like in here we can see like it's like a very early, like very beginning of starting. This is the Apple made the computer, and when we are talking about the non-organizational influencer, I earlier mentioned about what the sacrifice he did, like he sold out his van and he make the money, and he never go back, and he start to achieve his goal. And always he try to make like a best product, and always when he's making the product, and he's all thinking it is harmful for the society, and it's for his company, and he's always thinking about that. When we are talking about his courage, and we know, I think most of people know he got the bankrupt, but he never go back, and you know that after that he invented the Apple II, and it's a very revolution in the computer field, because he made that Apple II with the software called Vista, and it's special because of the other computers. They're making just only the computer, but Steve not like that. He made the computer with the software. That software can't use any other computer, only the Apple product. That's he's going to success. And as a father, he is a good father with the 4 children. And like a businessman, only thinking about the business, not only the, like sometimes they are forgot their family, but Steve is not like that. He always thinking his children, and he's going to their parents' meeting. He's thinking about, looking about how the, like what the children eating, his then like the day-to-day behaviors like that. Then we are talking about the organizational influencer. He is the man like pushed the organ donation legislation in the Chicago, and the Apple company did lots of donations for the educational programs in the African countries, and also he used his software to the charity work. As an example, like we all know about the iTunes. He used iTunes to get the information about blood donation, and also like he always take care about the environment. When he's making the product, it's harmful for the society like that. And Michael Erin will explain about his dreams and his future as student.
Hi, my name is Alicia. Thank you to Smith and Rani for the wonderful introduction about Steve Jobs and for the non-organizational and organizational influence about Steve Jobs. I'm here to present about conclusion, how Steve Jobs' success, and who is the real man behind successful Apple. Well, Steve Jobs is one of the businessmen in our era. He is not just a businessman, but he is a person who tries to do good things and correct things in this world. And once Steve Jobs gives a great words and words of wisdom to how a person to become a successful one. The number one is that love what you are doing. Having a passion in what you are doing is meaning it's giving your best shot in everything you do. And also Steve Jobs revealed that his dreams that He doesn't think of today, but he also think of what is tomorrow. He doesn't every day he makes himself to improve himself. He's a very innovative one. He makes his product as a good as possible to compare to other competitors. Also, Steve Jobs' key to success is by means of using good marketing strategies like SWOT analysis. And what is SWOT analysis? SWOT analysis is the strengths and weaknesses of a certain product, the management, and the company itself. And also Steve Jobs' key to success is the continuous learning because he doesn't stop on studying and improving himself to become a better person. As a whole, it's really a great opportunity to have Steve Jobs as a research study as a student because it really gives us an inspiration to improve ourselves in our study and to become a successful one in the future. And some of the products of Steve Jobs from 1976 to 2010 are iPad, iPhone, Mac, and obviously you can see it on different department store not only here in Melbourne but also in your home country. And then for some information and queries, you can just log on to these three websites. It's www.topics.newyorktimes.com and www.allaboutstevejobs.com and www.cuaw.com. So we just do hope that we gave you a brief information and insight about the life and influences how Steve Jobs becomes successful. And this time, the third is sure to give us a question. Again, a pleasant day to all of you. Thank you.
Any questions?
Okay.
Steve Jobs has been in the media a lot for some would say the wrong reasons.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on the way he handles things at the moment?
You mean about products?
Yeah, products, just even, I know there was an incident I think a couple of weeks ago where a young lady, I think from Michigan in America, was sending him emails and he was being smart about it.
Yeah. I read about that.
Do you think he could handle things better?
Yeah, of course. He's like he faced a lot of tough times, but he always survived that. So he came up with good results after that. So I hope everything happens human. So he's has a tough guy. He can face anything very well. In that case, I think that one already sorted out because I saw on newspaper. I'm not sure about that. I'm not remembering anything about that. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, sure. Go ahead, please.
I've seen so many Apple presentation about their products. And they're using Steve Jobs as the CEO, as the person, as the one who presented.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. As we know that Steve Jobs is a very rich person, why don't he like hire a good person or a good teamwork, a good people of the team to do the presentation?
Yeah, you're right. But for example, if you're introducing something as your company, you should know about everything. So he can give the answers as the owner, any sort of answer. So he can like what do you call he come up with the good answers every time because he know what the company doing. Without he don't know, he can't do the anyone can't do anything. So I think he know everything what the company doing. So always he is coming to forward and give the answers for that. Yeah. Any questions?
Because he remember he's saying the community in Oregon because earlier, before he started, like he went in searching in the computer. That's why he thinks about it. He needs a good name of that, and then he thought like it's a good name of that Apple because that area. That's why he called the Apple for that product.
Any other questions? Okay.
Thank you.